Hey folks, welcome to another VR related video. Meta had their huge Connect event and it wasn't without a bunch of hiccups. So what I've done is I've taken the first day of Meta's Connect event, I've watched the whole thing multiple times, and I've edited it down to what I feel is a 30-minute digestible presentation. So I hope you enjoy the edits that I've made, and I hope it brings the relevant details about the Quest 3, some of the titles that are coming to Quest 3, and some of the exciting new features that even I wasn't aware of, having tried the Quest 3 for a limited time at a press demo.
We are incredibly proud to introduce Quest 3, the first mainstream mixed reality headset. When you put on Quest 3, you see the physical room around you. Only now it is a canvas that you can bring your digital objects into the world. Quest 3, it understands your space, so you can play with the world around you. You can solve Lego puzzles, or you can build your own creations on any flat surface in your room. You can play games like BAM with your friends sitting around a table, whether you're physically right there together, or even if they're far away. People love working out in Quest. But now, if you're doing a body combat workout, the targets are going to come at you in your physical room, whether you're in your living room or if you're in your home gym. You'll be able to look around and see the room around you, so you're going to be a lot more comfortable swinging your arms and moving your body. The limits of your physical space are going to be able to expand. So you're going to be able to be a part of much larger worlds. There's one point in the Stranger Things game where you can be sitting in your living room or anywhere else, and portals to the Upside Down open right there. Now, these experiences are possible because Quest 3 shows your physical space with 10 times more pixels than what we had on Quest 2. And it automatically maps the space that you're in using 2 dedicated color camera sensors and a depth sensor, which makes it so that if you pick up a digital ball and throw it at the physical wall, it'll bounce off it. Or if someone's shooting at you and you want to duck the fire, you can just get behind your physical couch. Xbox Cloud Gaming is coming to Quest in December. So you're going to be able to play hundreds of Xbox games, including titles like Halo and Minecraft and Elder Scrolls, and you're going to be able to do that on a massive screen anywhere you go. This is the first headset that is shipping with the next generation Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 Qualcomm processor. It's got twice the graphics performance of anything we've shipped before, and we designed new pancake lenses and paired them with new displays, so the graphics performance is really stunning. So let's take a look at Asgard's Wrath 2. For the original, you needed a full gaming PC and a headset that was wired to it in order to get it to work. And the sequel runs natively on Quest 3, and it looks awesome. Assassin's Creed Nexus, finally here. Finally here. Worth waiting for. I know a lot of us have been waiting for this. It looks stunning. It looks stunning. And there were a bunch of other major developers who are bringing great titles out of the Open App Lab that we have, like Roblox, which is launching today. I'm really excited for this one after taking the time to optimize it for VR. There's also a major live sports season coming up with X Stadium. Fully immersive NBA games for free on us. You can literally sit courtside from your couch. If you're into fighting like me, you can watch LFA or Cage Warriors from UFC Fight Pass in 180-degree 4K resolution. Pretty much the next best thing to actually being in the octagon. Next month, we are launching Meta Quest for Business, which is going to allow you to take mixed reality and bring it to your organization at scale. This is going to be compatible with Microsoft Intune, VMware Workspace ONE, Ivanti UEM. And we got Microsoft 365 also coming to Quest by the end of this year. So you're going to be able to use the productivity apps where you can get stuff done, Word, Excel. It is the most powerful headset yet with the next generation processor, better displays and optics. It's 40% thinner, a lot more comfortable. And it comes with the great new precision controllers or the awesome hand tracking that has just gotten a lot better. You know, end to end, we have designed this thing and optimized it, the hardware stack, the software stack, so it can deliver amazing mixed reality and the world's best immersive content library. You can order it today for $499.
Games can bring your surroundings into their gameplay. So in First Encounters, an alien spaceship descends from your ceiling and lands on your coffee table. And next year, you'll be able to customize your space with a library of augments that interact with the world in ways that physical objects can't. These can be dynamic 3D objects or 2D displays, and they can all exist together in the same space. You can size, place, and spatially anchor augments, so every time you put on your headset, they're right where you left them. Augments can blend parts of your favorite VR experiences into the world around you. You can keep Beat Saber trophies on your shelf. Place life-size artifacts from games like Population 1 or Asgard's Wrath in your living room. Or you can bring your favorite artists and stations to life with interactive music players from iHeartRadio. I mean, we're just getting started with what you'll be able to do to enhance your world with augmented reality. We've also made big improvements to the display and the optics stack. This is a new display system and a new generation of the same pancake lenses that we debuted on Quest Pro last year. The result is an almost 30% increase in resolution. Those pancake lenses are also one of the reasons we've been able to slim down the Quest 3. It's a lot more comfortable to wear, thanks to this thin profile and more even weight distribution. The controller's got an upgrade too. You can say goodbye to the tracking ring. This allows for a much slicker, more ergonomic design that feels like a natural extension of your hand. And of course, speaking of hands, that's another great way to use your Quest 3. With hand tracking and a new direct touch system, you can put down your controllers and interact with Quest in the same way that you would a touchscreen. We've also got an all-new range of accessories. For the first time, you can choose from multiple color options for your facial straps and interface. And there's a great new charging dock, too.
Hey guys, it's Manuel here, and I'm gonna try the Quest 3 for the first time.
Yo, it's Techman Ju. Let's hop in the Quest 3.
Let's get it.
Ready? I got this. Okay, come here.
Let's get it.
Engage in warm-up mode. Rolling. We are warm and ready to go.
This is anything right there. Look at oh my goodness.
Now this is gonna be fun.
More than 100 new and upgraded titles are coming to Quest 3 this year, and more than half of those will showcase mixed reality features. Quest 3 begins with an incredible foundation, the entire Quest library, and it will look better and play better thanks to next-generation hardware. Let's check out some games. Take a look here at The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. You can see how Skydance was able to add more detail to the scenes, take advantage of increased draw distances, and boost the overall resolution of their textures. Quest 3 provides improved processing power so you can choose the features and improvements that your players will be the most excited about. Another great example, Asgard's Wrath 2, which we announced at the Quest Gaming Showcase. It's an amazing game. Visceral combat, massive, epic scale environments, and gorgeous visuals that take advantage of Quest 3's improved performance. Asgard's Wrath 2 is coming to Quest 2, Quest Pro, and Quest 3 on December 15th. And we've got a special surprise for Quest 3 buyers. Asgard's Wrath 2 is included free with your purchase. There are many more big games coming. To name a few, we've got Assassin's Creed, Ghostbusters, Stranger Things VR, and Sega's Samba de Amigo. And Roblox will make it easy to create, publish, and distribute experiences in VR. Quest Plus is our new subscription service that delivers 2 hand-picked games from the ever-growing Quest library each month. In October, subscribers will get access to Onward and Little Cities. And if you buy the 512 gig model of Quest 3, it comes with a free 6-month subscription to Quest Plus. We're also bringing some great new games to Horizon Worlds, which can now support improved experiences like Super Rumble, a first-person shooter that launched in July, and Citadel, an adventure game that launched this month. Games like these are built to be social from the ground up. So we've made it easier to get together with friends and jump straight into a world. Quest 3's advanced resolution makes Supernatural even more stunning and vibrant. Work out in environments like the Galapagos Islands that look more real than ever before. And the Within team is working hard to make fitness accessible to more people. Supernatural is now only $9.99 per month starting today. FedXR will bring Zumba classes to VR for the first time. Also coming soon, Quest 3 will have reimagined wellness experiences from Headspace. And if consuming cheese and crackers is more your sport, you can hang out with your new roommates, Wallace and Gromit. Or sit front row, catch your favorite artists perform at Red Rocks and iHeartRadio live concerts. And you can watch videos on YouTube VR or movies, TV, and sports from streaming apps like Peacock and Pluto TV.
Make it look easy, it's like riding a bike. Bump up and down because I know what I like. I keep it rolling from the side to the side, from the left to the right, from the day to the night. Pick it up. I'm all about the hype. 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 Pick it up, 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 pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up. I like to dream and make it glow in the dark. I make it real 'cause that's a walk in the park. I'm moving so fast, I'm as bright as the stars. Yeah, I'm bigger than Lash, and I'm off of the charts. I'm all about the hype. I'm all about the hype. I'm all about the hype. I'm all about the hype.
The magic of this new way to play is bringing some of our earliest developers back to the platform with some fresh ideas. High Voltage Software built the original Dragonfront for the Rift back when VR was still laying the foundations of what it could do for our players. And after spending some quality time on their flat screen catalog, the potential of MR has brought them back to our platform. It's fitting that one of our early true believers is working with Oculus Studios to bring a fully rebooted version of their early VR critical darling back to platform as Dragonfront Rising to help set the bar for mixed reality gaming as we kick off this new way to play. BAM is a never-seen-before MR title on the way from the developers of one of our early hits, Space Pirate Trainer. iLlusions took the idea of multiplayer tabletop gaming and bumped it into 6 degrees of freedom, taking the best of video game art and brawler mechanics and mashing it up with intuitive controls and pass-through to take over your coffee table. And Breach VR brought the puzzle gem Kartoffel to our platform back in 2022, And they've been continuing to iterate against our new technology since then. Another Axiom is the developer behind the viral hit Gorilla Tag. Part of Gorilla Tag's success journey included the deliberate use of App Lab to find their community, figure out merchandising, and make a content plan. They built the team to reach those goals, to thrive on the MetaQuest store as one of the best examples of a fully embodied and highly social game. Another Axiom have built App Lab into their development schedule for their next project, and they fully believe in its use as a method of success before launch. Now, in a similar vein, prominent Japanese development powerhouse Thirdverse has launched their VR multiplayer hero shooter, X8, first on App Lab to build out their community and to dial in on exactly what their players want to see in a VR multiplayer hero shooter. Now, every developer knows that you always bring a little bit of yourself into the process. And on the Horizon Worlds front, while Aaron Sorrells would no longer be considered unemployed and is actually a 6 years sober recovering alcoholic, he retains the moniker unemployed alcoholic because it reminds us that our greatest successes often come from our most difficult challenges. When COVID-19 devastated live comedy, he turned to the metaverse to find a new way to help people laugh. Now is the world creator of the Soapstone Comedy Club. He and his team operate the most liked world in Horizon Worlds and one of the most popular destinations in the metaverse. And Rec Room was formed in the early days of VR, when headsets still required expensive computers and wires to run them. They optimized, pivoted, launched on every platform and console, finding clear product market fit with the MetaQuest 2 audience. And Rec Room activates their audience with engaging IP integrations and unique custom content, such as Make It to Midnight, that bring their players together to play. Now, Roblox's creators and users have been asking to bring one of the largest platforms in the world to the MetaQuest, and they've delivered with style, launching a beta on App Lab with an eye towards empowering their community to build games and experiences with VR in mind from the get-go. With over 50,000 worlds now VR ready, their amazing engineering team has been leaning hard on getting everything polished up so they can launch on store today. Let's go. So, with the launch of the MetaQuest 3, this amazing development community finally has the tools to build a best-in-class MR experience, and the games we are seeing come to light are giving new depth to some classic modes of play. Now, as a recovering game developer myself, the idea of building a stealth action game that fits inside your very own home is hugely compelling, if difficult to design for. Digital Load, the team responsible for Espire 2, has reimagined a series of missions that are designed to take advantage of everyone's unique living spaces, and it gives a little bit of a different experience to every single player. And Soul Assembly, the team behind the hit drop-dead horror titles, are using mixed reality to bring the incredible zombies and monstrosities of the cabin into the real world, challenging the player to defend the ultimate home invasion. And last but not least, Hitpoint is leveraging the power of MR to bring the cats from their hit mobile cat collecting game, Neko Atsume, into your very own home. Because cat watching in your digital backyard is one thing, but being able to pick them up and cuddle them in your own living room is worth the work to buy all those toys and cat treats.
Where'd it go? Right in the shot. Oh, blast him!
Where we encourage you to really start pushing forward. Keep hitting the shoulders, hitting the back.
we're extremely excited to announce a whopping 2.6x faster GPU on the Meta Quest 3 compared to the Quest 2. The Meta Quest 3 CPU offers a 33% improvement over the CPU frequencies of the Quest 2 at its launch. And just like the Quest 2, our Quest 3 exposes 3 CPU cores directly to the application. We've expanded your memory budget to 5.75 GB, which is an increase of over 30% from the Quest 2 memory budget. And of course, there's plenty that you can do with that additional memory, like load larger levels with higher res textures. Your apps will get 17% lower GPU and 14% lower CPU perf when MR is on, compared to in VR only mode. We're gonna look at 3 different developers and show the ways in which their Quest 3 build outshines their Quest 2 build, and we're gonna primarily focus on graphics fidelity right now. Let's start first with Red Matter 2, which is an app who on our platform has long been known for some of the best looking graphics on MetaQuest. The first thing to note here is the shadow improvements that the devs were able to implement. With rendering dynamic shadows for their spotlights, this helped to ground the objects to the scene, and they described this as inching Red Matter 2 closer to graphics parity on all of their supported platforms. They also implemented high-quality PCF 5x5 shadow filtering, helping produce softer shadows, as you can see here, on certain selected surfaces. Next, let's consider the improvements made to sharpness and clarity of the eventual rendered image. The team was able to use 8x anisotropic filtering for all on-screen textures, creating a much sharper image compared to their previous trilinear filtering. And finally, they also utilized the render resolution increase that I mentioned earlier in the talk, and most notably, they enabled our dynamic resolution feature to render 4 times the number of pixels on the Meta Quest 3 compared to the Quest 2. And beyond this, they were able to achieve the exact same texture resolution that Red Matter 2 uses on all of its other supported platforms, which is pretty astounding if you think about it. And achieving that consistency is something that they were only able to do with the dramatically expanded new Meta Quest 3 performance budget. So this increase in texture resolution to reach parity with every other platform that our developers support, it's a theme that we also saw from some other developers in their Quest 3 builds. Vermilion, a popular VR painting app, is extremely dependent on being able to paint and render to a high-quality canvas. They were able to increase the canvas resolution from 1024 by 1024 on Quest 2 to 2048 by 2048 on the Meta Quest 3, now standardizing that canvas resolution to 2048 by 2048 across all of their supported platforms. And the proof is in the pudding. Just look at the massive visual quality difference seen in the painting output on screen. In their developer Thomas Vandenberg's words, it was possible to increase the canvas resolution from 1024 by 1024 in Quest 2 to 2048 by 2048 in Quest 3, the same as on PC VR. This makes for a very noticeable boost in image quality. And finally, we have Population 1, a game known both for its thrilling battle royale mechanics and also for state-of-the-art graphics on MetaQuest. The Population 1 team was able to make a host of changes to their Quest 3 version with the larger GPU budget, most notably being perhaps the choice of 90 Hz, which, as we've mentioned earlier, provides a lower latency experience, which especially matters because their game is a competitive battle royale gameplay. They also were able to increase their resolution of rendering to a whopping 1.44 times our default, which adds an unparalleled level of visual quality. Finally, they were able to set a LOD bias value of only 2 and use 16x anisotropic filtering to boost their texture quality. These examples show the texture differences in pretty extreme detail.
With Meta Quest V56 and beyond, we've drastically reduced the gap between hands and controllers. As you can see in the video here, the right hand, which is running Hands 2.2, is moving much more quickly and seamlessly with the controller. In fact, This improved responsiveness is a result of a whopping 40 to 75% latency reduction we've made in hand tracking. Another capability we've added to hands is the fast motion mode, which you can use to make your fast-paced apps even more responsive. Let's see it in action with the Move Fast app. We also launched multimodal input, so you can build experiences with seamless transitions between controllers and hands, and more immersion, even when just using a single controller. Multimodal input is now available as an experimental feature with Meta Quest Pro controllers. Let's see it in action with the Maestro app. In June of this year, we brought you our virtual keyboard, available for Unity and native developers. With Virtual Keyboard, you can bring keyboards to your apps within a few minutes using a Unity prefab. It's immersive, it's fast, and it's customizable to fit your app aesthetic. It provides a much better user experience with features like swipes, type ahead, and dictation.
With Meta's Voice SDK, voice can do more than be heard. It can be felt. Voice can command fleets.
Flagship, protect Blue 1.
Acknowledged.
Show Red 2.
Acknowledged.
Flagship, move here.
Acknowledged.
Flagship, target Red 2. All ships, fire everything on Red 2.
And make heroes of us all. Voice can get you closer to the answer.
The letter R, there is one R. I'd like to solve. Run like the wind.
You solved it. Congratulations.
Voice can help us learn something new.
Nani ga suki desu ka?
And bring color to our world.
Usagi.
Voice can speak things into existence.
Spawn red cube.
I heard spawn red cube.
Spawn green triangle.
I heard spawn green triangle.
Or remove them altogether.
Detach hands.
I heard detach hands.
Whoa.
Voice can even make the living dead
EMP!
wish they weren't so living.
Let's bet 100.
Voice can bring riches.
I'll stay.
You win.
Or it can bring heartache.
Hit me again.
Busted.
No!
Voice can bring knights to their knees.
Queen to knight G4. D5 to bishop E6. Rook A1 to rook A8.
And topple kings.
Queen to C6. Checkmate.
Speaking of enabling more movement with hands, soon we're also enabling comfortable hand interactions like thumb swipes and taps that are small, low-calorie movements. As you can see from examples on the screen, these gestures are ideally suited to build experiences that require repetitive gestures such as scrolling a feed. In fact, with microgestures, we're also enabling locomotion in immersive 3D environments, as you can see from this example of a person moving seamlessly in a 3D museum.
With CapSense-driven hands, you're given natural hand poses that conform to Meta's controller models. And with simultaneous hands and controllers, not only can you seamlessly transition between the two, but you can support both at the same time.
So if you only watched the keynote, you got to see things like Mark Zuckerberg say August 10th when he meant October 10th, and Andrew Bosworth say PlayStation when he meant to say Play Space. There's a lot of criticism about some of the bloopers that happened in the presentation. Having watched all of the content and seeing some of the developer side panels and breakout sessions, I have to say there's a lot more to the Quest 3 than what was shared in the keynote. And I do definitely encourage, if you have the opportunity, go back and watch some of those developer sessions. I'll throw a link to the Facebook profile where you can watch those archived videos and see if there's something else there that sparks your interest, either as a player, a developer, or just someone that's interested in the technology behind virtual and augmented reality. I'll be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.